it's amazing, like as you get older, the things that you realize that really fucked with you. Like people always say, oh my God, if you see somebody getting beat up as a kid, you're gonna grow up and be a rapist. No, you're not. No, you're not. I seen 1,000 people get beat up when I was a kid. I seen people get shot, and I'm fucking fine. You know what I'm saying? I like torching Jehovah, whatever the fuck. I like my own little things, but I'm fine, you know? The thing that fucked me up the most, I sit here now and look at it, is when I go out with guys. And when guys are together, they talk about women, they talk about this. And all of a sudden, as the later the night gets, they talk about hookers and strip clubs and all that craziness, which I'm a dirty, filthy fucking animal. I like pussy like the next guy. I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not a Christian. Oh my God, he's talking dirty, but you eat ass. You know what I'm saying? I never understood the correlation. So we all eat ass. We've all been down there. We all know the fucking rules, you know? But one thing I can't deal with is hookers. Like prostitutes. And I'm no good looking guy. If you look at me like Joe, he's been with some hookers. Let me tell you something. One fucking time. And that's all I needed was one time, and it was the most uncomfortable fucking feeling for me. And then in Michigan, in '95, I have bad shoulders, and I seen those signs, massage. And I walked in, I go, how much for massage? And they did the fucking switcheroo on me. They threw Lucy Lou at me, you know what I'm saying, first. And then when I walked in, they threw like the D-team at me, some chick with a hump. And she's like, for $4, I'll give you a hand job. And I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And I left there, and I kept thinking, $40 for a fucking hand job. How impersonal, you know what I'm saying? You could do that yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like just, and it's, but people are into that. I'm not here to judge nobody, whatever. Some people like a finger up there, you know, whatever you like. But it's funny, like the thing, like still till today, like sometimes in the afternoons I'm trying to write jokes and I'm on YouTube, you know, watching my fucking movie videos. I like music from YouTube. And sometimes like I'll hit you and the P will come up and I'll hit you porn. And I'm you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm like the next guy. I love a naked woman, you know what I'm saying? But then you watch and after like a minute I get turned off. The number one reason women on YouTube like to do all that dirty shit with dirty feet. Listen, if you're gonna suck a dick, do me a favor, wash your feet. That's all, you know what I'm saying? At first it turns you on. You're like, that chick walked a mile to suck a dick. That, you know. But then you're like, all right, after you walk the mile, wash your feet. Put some cream on them. I want them soft. You know what I'm saying? I would never eat your pussy with dirty feet. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Catholic. I wash my fucking feet. I wash my dick if I'm gonna eat your pussy, because that's the kind of guy I am. That's how my mother raised, a soldier. You know what I'm saying? Wash yourself. You want the woman to lick your nuts, you gotta wash them. Put some soap on them. Pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Buff them. Shave them. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. What was I talking about, bro? Hookers. I don't like and you know, it's not that I don't like them. It's not like I go out and shoot hookers. I just, when somebody says, you know, for $500 we could, you know what? I'll pass. I'll go whack off. And I'll go to the room. I'll think about fucking her for free. You know what I'm saying? But I won't get it. And the reason why is because when I was like fucking 16, I had a Cuban buddy, Pedro Obregon. His family had a candy company in the Bronx. And he used to take home the candy truck at night. It was great. You'd smoke pot with him and eat fucking M&Ms and lollipops and all those Spanish candies. Their parents had all those fucking containers with the coquito and all that shit in it, right? So we'd go out with him at night because you didn't have to pay for munchies. You just drove around fucking New York with him. But one night they're like, fuck it, we're going to go to this hooker house. And they would always talk about it. They would always talk about how they would go into these houses in Brooklyn and these women would take your dick out and wash it for you and put you on this bed and fuck you. And these guys were young. They had been doing it for 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, I was scared like that. That was just too real for me. But this night they're like, listen, we're going to the club. You coming? And I was, this is why you always fucking go out in your own car. That's what this goes back to. Never go out in somebody else's car. Fuck that shit. I'll take my car. I'll meet you there. You know what I'm saying? So they can't tie you into shit. That's how I learned this fucking lesson. This all goes back to that. Take your own fucking car and mind your business. No, I'm with 8 guys. Like, nobody's gonna get laid when nobody's gonna get pussy. Nobody. It's 8 fucking idiots. So right away at 2, they're like, it looks like we're not gonna get no pussy. I wasn't looking. I'm with 8 guys. I know we're not in fucking danger. Because once you see 1, 8 of them fucking attack her. They're like, let's go to the 1040 Club. The 1040 Club was a hooker club, like in the west side of New York, like 48th Street. It was $9.99 plus tax. 1040. And you went, you paid $11, they gave you 60 cents back and a fucking coupon, like a raffle coupon. And you walked into a room like this with like 300 guys that have all gotten laid and they're all pimps and, you know, they all have orgies and they all have cologne on with the thick chains and, you know, and they had a bar where you could buy drinks and every 20 minutes they pulled like a garage door open. Like 3 little midgets came out and pulled the garage door open. And they'd push out like 100 girls into the audience. It was fucking traumatizing. And they were talking all different language. Ayúdame, you know, all, like, help me. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Like the girl in Apocalypse Now, the kid that, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. And they'd just be pushing them out, hitting them with sticks and shit. Get out of here. And there's 300 guys, so you got to get one of the chicks. There's 100 chicks. So you got to fucking tackle them, you know what I'm saying? And half the time you got to get into a fist fight. I seen her first, bitch, and you got to grab them. And after you grab them, they're not yours. You got to carry them back to the ticket guy and give him the ticket. So you got to like kick them in the ankles and drag them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And they're crying, no, ayúdame. You're like, bitch, I paid $10.40. There's no ayúdame here, you know what I'm saying? That's the first time I ever seen human trafficking. Because I understand Spanish, but they were talking all different fucking languages there. And all of them sound like, ayúdame, which means help me in Spanish, right? So my friend's like, come on, Coco, get in here, grab one of these bitches. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was overwhelmed. People are fighting. It was like a fucking bar scene. It was like a scene from the Chinese Connection. People were side-kicking themselves. So finally my buddy grabs this chick and throws her like, Coco, here, I got one for you. So I fucking grab her. I kick her in the ankle, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to drag them, you know. This is such a bad fucking story, but it's either you or the priest, you know what I'm saying? So, and I ate a piece of red velvet cake. I'm a little high right now. If I'm forgetting my material, work with me, people. You know where I'm coming from. So I carry into the back. You got to give the guy the lottery ticket, and then he's like, okay, you're free to go. And I carry into the back. And the back isn't no spacious bedroom with a view of Manhattan, John Lennon music on the piping on the fucking airwaves. Fuck no. It was like a Japanese radio on. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Tiani. Tiai pai mi sekoni. I remember that song to the death. You understand me? As I'm getting led into purgatory, I'll never forget that song. Like, what is your song? Tiani. Tiai pai mi sekoni. And there was like one Chinese girl in the back, so they were like wasting fucking good music for people who read right, you know what I'm saying? They read from right to left. So we go in the back and it's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's like little office cubicles, but real small, like. And it was like a ping pong pool mattress, you know what those are? Where your mom opens up and it's got wheels, like when your uncle comes over, and it's like, it was one of those things that had been busted up. Like 1 million people had been fucked on it. The wheels were fucked up. It was held up by hangers and TV wires and shit. And it had like a half a mattress cut in half, and you had to fuck on the coils half the time and shit. So she's like, take your dick out. I had never done that before for a girl. You take it out yourself in a rush and fuck in the dark, and but this was real. This was a little fucking real now. When you're 16, you have to fuck in a rush. Your grandma's coming, your mom's coming at 3:30. You're gonna come in a minute anyway, but I had never taken off all your clothes and enjoyed it like a savage, you know what I'm saying? So she is a fucking nightmare. She's got the stockings with the holes in it, but then somebody ripped some of the fucking holes. So like the whole time I'm like, what did I get myself into? And I'm like, mommy, under my leg, you know what I'm saying? Mommy, ayúdame. Mommy, please help me. I don't need this shit. And she's taking off her pantyhose, and what it was something else now. She had scars and shit. And the titties were smaller. She had padding in there. I got tricked into that too. You know what I'm saying? Because you fall for the tricks. They got the padding, and now she got funnel titties. And then she turns around and she takes a bucket out to wash my dick. That's the highlight. Like, that's what the guys, they wash your dick. But this bucket had been reused water. It was like Rocky's spit bucket in Rocky 2, you know what I'm saying? I had the foam up on the top and shit. And she's over there wetting my helmet with a sponge that's half there. Like, it's got like cooking utensil grease on it and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm dying inside. Like, I am dying. Like, this is an experience with a hooker. This is fucking horrid. this is hard. I'm a young man. This is just fucking taking me for a ride, you know? And at the time, you had seen pussies like in Playboy. Her pussy was a complete different fucking situation. It had hair up here. It was missing patches. You know what I'm saying? She was rubbing Propecia on the one half. I mean, it was just a fucking, when she opened it up, I wanted to cry. I didn't know what the, and then she was like, she doubled as a magician because I had never seen that trick. She went like this, she was like, and all of a sudden like a condom came out of her fucking mouth. I had never seen, I'm like, wow. And she's like, give me that little dick, and she put it on with her mouth, which was fucking amazing. How'd you do that? And then she's like, what do you want, 50-50 and around the world? 50-50 sounded all right. Around the world, like I didn't think I would. I don't even have a passport, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't even go to Jamaica and shit, you know? And she's like, well, lay down. And she got on top of me. She's like, and you could hear this. Like, it wasn't a, so she was fucking me sideways, like, because the springs were all fucked up. And she was real. She was taking it to court. And I had never been rocked like that. Like, and I could hear the condom hitting her pussy, and I was getting fucking anxiety, and I was yelling for my mother, Mommy, Mama, Mama. This is all under my breath, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be a pimp, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, Mama. I'm trying to send like subliminal messages to my mother. Mama, Mama. And I feel like fucking crying. Like, guys, you ever want to fucking cry? Like, this is the lowest point of my life. I thought I was going to have sex, and I was going to hear Flowers, and I was going to hear Elton John music, and I'm fucking on a half a mattress with some chick from another country that doesn't even have a fucking shots in her arms. You know, you always check to see if they got the fucking vampire bite on their arm. I'm thinking of all this shit. I'm like, this is not what my life is supposed to fucking be. You know, like, when did it get to this? And all of a sudden she stops, and she goes, for an extra $10, I'll let you eat my pussy. And remember when Nogueira fought Tim Sylvia? And he picked that motherfucker up like that and swooped him around. I didn't do that. I picked her up and just threw her out of the fucking cubicle. And I ran the fuck out of there, you understand me? And I've never been with a hooker since, nor have any fucking plans to be with a hooker, you understand me? And I'm the horniest guy in the world. If you like hookers, fucking kill them. I love it. I love when I hear somebody lighting a hooker on fire or something. I love all that shit. That's entertainment. If I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna get a fucking laugh out of it, you know what I'm saying? Thank you very much coming out tonight to the Improv, coming out for my recording. I love you guys. Stay black, baby.